Best storage system ever. Look at this. Shelves pull out. Everything, all my detail stuff is on here. All my lighting stuff is on here. It's awesome. I have 2 of them. It is time for trees. Label, label, label. We have our snow trees here. All right, these are all the trees for the snow area. 2 kinds. 2. We have trees that still have the base on them. Just put a little slit in the snow, a little bit of tacky wax, stick it down. The other trees, we take the base off of, so it's just a piece of metal, and then they go up in the mountains, wherever there's not a solid base. So we're gonna go put all these in. I'm gonna stop talking so we can get it done. Snow trees are done. Now it's time to get all the figures for the snow area. And then we just continue and continue and continue till it's all full. And it's going to get really full. All right, let's get to it. That about does it. I'll add a few things here and there where I think they're needed, but I think that's good for now. All right, we're moving on to trees. We're going to do the entire layout with trees. Here we go. And that finishes the first box. That was the easy one. All except 2 of these trees have been put in. I've put in all of my oddball big trees, small trees. This is what I have left. It's mostly evergreens, pine trees. Then we're going to go down and do the colorful trees, the fall type foliage. I have yellow, I have all kinds of colors. And then the very last trees we do are just basic green trees. These are just filler. Everywhere that needs a tree, that's a plain old green tree. All right, we're to the last of the trees. These are just the generic green trees, nothing special. I've already got the tacky stuff on the bottom. We're going to finish placing these anywhere where it just needs a tree. And then we start bushes or lichen. That's the part I don't like, but I have to do it. We're there. We are done. 2 nights of putting on decorations and we finish. This is all amusement park stuff. We have more amusement park stuff. Just bags and bags of different things. Then we go into all of the cars, and then we have bags and bags of other stuff for the rest of the garden. Almost done. Today is December the 9th or 10th. I can't remember. So 2 more days, we're done. Hopefully Corey gets these videos out to you soon. So let's get to it. First, I like this the best. I don't know why, I just do. All right, so to make a field, I use this little mat. I think it's Department 56. We're gonna tack it down, put some bushes around it. We have this field of corn. These are just stalks of corn on a 1/4-inch piece of plywood. Drill a hole, a little bit of hot glue. I think we're gonna put those right there. I did the same thing with a sunflower, little sunflower field. I'm gonna put that behind the chicken coop. And we got some things, cars, and put a flag. We'll have some cars over here maybe. Once we find out where we're gonna put our corn, I like to sprinkle dirt between it. Now, I just use potting soil. Take a piece of window screen, put the potting soil in, work it through. That was probably loud, huh? And you end up with a nice powdery dirt that's very easy to work with. And it just fills in and makes it look like a field. And then once we're done that, we just put our decorations you just saw in the bag. I have different kinds of farm decorations I put around. All right, let's get to it.
You can see the writing on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always, they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it. We're changing lives, yeah, upgrading. Call it suicide of the older generation. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
All right, there you have a completed farm scene. I'll do a little bit more touch up, but it gives you the general idea of how to jam a lot into a small space. All right, let's move on. Let's go do the beach. That's another one of my favorites. Okay, we are through the bushes, 99%. A little bit left to do, but now the fun part starts. All right, I'm going to do the beach scene now. All right, so what's going to happen here? First, I have to line the pond with my bushes. I don't want sand to touch the concrete because the water will actually wick up into the sand. All right, we're going to use just regular old play sand. I ran it through a piece of house screen or window screen to get out any large pieces. Before we do that, we have to put in the fun stuff, palm trees, like drill a hole. I just stick them here and there. We have a couple palm trees that I put into just a 1/4-inch piece of plywood. I drill a hole. I put those down first, bury them with sand. You don't see the little piece of plywood. Easy. Also, you have to have umbrellas on a beach. Little drink umbrellas. Same thing, piece of plywood, drill a hole, put the toothpick through, hot glue, cover it with sand, done. And then to finish it off, I have all these little picnic tables and chairs, bistro chairs. And then of course, I have all my little characters that go on the pier or wherever. All right, so I'm gonna shut up, start drilling some holes and put some sand down. Take a few minutes, make yourself a little paper funnel. Real simple, just roll a piece of paper up, tape it, put your thumb or finger over the end and fill it with sand. It's a lot easier to get it in where you need to go. All right, we have finished the farm. We finished the beach scene over by the lake. Now I've gotten everything out. I've asked Sydney to come down and help stick all the characters in place. We put our tacky wax product on the bottom of everything. So now we can just go through really fast and put everything in place. Update on this product. I started the trees using the Lemax product. It's more of a Vaseline consistency. Don't recommend it. I found this product called Plymore Tacky Wax. Just like the old tacky wax from Department 56, so you want to use this. All right, we're gonna get busy sticking this stuff in place. We'll give you a few clips and then we're done. And that's how quick and easy this is, and fun. Don't try to plan too much, just do it. love this tunnel. All right, here we go. That looks great. And we're just using 1¼ drywall screws. And it's that simple. I'll finish putting a few screws in here. The ceiling is done, and then we move on to the walls. The walls just go from leg to leg and touch the ceiling. I make them 2 feet, leaves about a 2.5 inch gap at the bottom, not a big deal. This is just to keep kids from wandering around under the trains. And the ceilings, I only put where I have wires so that no one can touch the wires. All right, let's get busy on the walls. And it's that easy. I have a little 6-inch piece here to put on, and this tunnel is done. Let's go put on some red skirt. I say, can't remember what I said in the last one.
That's a blooper.
Bushes are done, trees are done, people, characters, cars are done. All the little details are on here. We are 100% complete. Last thing to do is to put the skirt around the garden. Now, my platforms are 30 inches high, so I cut the skirt to 28 inches. I believe this comes in 36 inch, so I write top on the edge that I don't cut, so I keep the nice straight edge at the top. Label, label, label. All right, so this is a 2-person job, and I've got Sydney down here to give me a hand.
Hey everyone. I'm so excited. This is almost finished.
Me too. Now we put this up with just a basic thumbtack, nothing fancy, about every foot or 18 inches, whatever feels right. Do what's right for you. So we're going to stretch this out and get it installed. So let's get to it.
Let's do it.
And there you have it. It's that easy, that quick. A little bit of touch up, straightening things up, but that's it. We're done. We're going to do a complete walk around tour now, and then we'll run some trains with a complete walk around tour. All right, here we go. The last thing to do in the tunnel is put up some lights so that when all of the lights are turned off, people can see where they're going. I just use a coaxial, however you say it, hanger, has a nail in it, and I take the nail out, drill the hole a little bit bigger, and put a screw in there. Pretty simple. So let's get that done. Yep. Okay, and that quick, we have lights in the tunnel, and we're done. Next we're going to do rocks and smoke in the chimneys. Here we go. All right, one of the last things I do after I put up this red skirting, I like to put smoke in the chimneys, and they're just regular old cotton balls, nothing fancy. Just take a piece of cotton and just pull a little bit out and make it fluffy. You can make it any shape you want, use as much as you want, or as little. And then I just twist the bottom and put it in the chimney. It's that simple. For the factories, I spray a little black spray paint on them to make it look a little dirty. All right, moving on to the rocks, the very last thing. The very last thing to do is put our rocks on. Label, label, label. I know I wrecked a box from Plasticville from probably the 70s. Our rocks are styrofoam, some of them. I don't know where they came from. I think these were lifelike, or I don't know. If you know, put it in the comments. I also use concrete. Whatever is left over when I build the river, I just throw it on a piece of plywood, and that's what's left. Just go around, place random pieces in the mountains, cover up a nail, whatever looks good. If you don't like to do this, don't do it. Something like that. Now I'll just continue all the way around, and then we're going to do a full run. I'll take you guys on a tour, and we'll see how it turned out. Bye.